All right, the title of this total session was Crafty Tips, Tricks, and a Traveler's Notebook. And so this is the Traveler's Notebook portion that we're going to make now. This is what the Traveler's Notebook looks like. Goes in your purse, great. It's laminated, which then also keeps it from getting tattered on the edges. But if you wanted to make these with your girls and not laminate, go to the expense of having a laminator and laminating sheets and all of that, you could make them so that they wouldn't last forever, but you know, they don't have to last forever.
Just use heavy cardstock?
Just use the cardstock. If you could maybe use a little bit heavier cardstock, like 110 pound on the cover, that might be better. But I really like the lamination on them. It has an elastic closure, and I have done them in the past where I've had elastic on those holding the little notebooks in, but I'm gonna just do the cording on this particular one. I don't know, in some ways I like it better. So the paper on this one here, so what it is, here's a little notebook. It's got some sheets of paper in it. The reason that I made this the size that I made it was that this is a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut in half at 5.5 inches. So that way your little papers are easy to come up with, because you can get, most everybody will have some copy paper. So all you have to do is cut it in half, and you fold it and throw it in your little cases for your notebooks. This one has another, I like to have different variety of papers. This particular one has papers, however, it's also got I've made a little thing where you can slide these little notebooks. These come from the Dollar Tree, get 5 for $1.
Oh, wow.
So super there. I also made a little folder that you can tuck things in. So there is the Travelers. That's what our end product will look like. Now, this particular covers are pretty pink flowers. And you can, I'm going to have Pat over here drawing some things out while I'm putting this thing together to decorate with. So I've got a couple of books. Let's come over here. This is a Happy Planner. And Hobby Lobby puts those 40% off quite often. It has all kinds of different stickers in it. And they're clear backed stickers. So you have to be aware of that. You can't just put it on any.
Can't put it on
if
flour.
if the pattern's too busy, you can't put it on there. So you can pick some stickers out of that. I bought this one. This one was on sale one day. I found it. I think Tuesday morning. It's got little bitty planning stickers, but you know, some of them just might work. I wanted some decorations for here's some cute little, these are called Project Life cards, and they come in different sizes. Here's even some littler smaller ones, and there's a little pointing finger, or lots of different things that you can come up with on those that we can decorate these for. So while I'm putting this together, I'm going to have Pat look for things. So we've got this kind of an orangey with a white pattern that you can put something on. Your little, here's a yellow.
Just the front.
Butterflies. Yeah, I guess just the front. Yellow butterflies. This one's just pink. So you can put about anything on it. You can use some of the clear stickers on that. And then this little folder that we're going to make is aqua. Oh, well, here, we're not in front of the thing, are we? Yeah, that's cute. That's real cute. It's got butterfly and matches really well. Okay, and then we've got an aqua folder to do as well. So we can, if it's a card, we'll put it on with the double-sided tape. And in fact, you could, I'll take my little square right here, it is. I'll hand you the double-sided tape and the little square to cut it off with, and you can, if it's a card, you can put it on the back side. Okay, so here's our nice laminated cover. It's already, I've got the little holes here on, it is has some score lines in it, I do believe. If I can find them. Here we go. Okay. This is a 12 inches by 6-inch piece of cardstock. And I have then scored it at 5.5, 6, 6.5. So we're ending up with a 5.5 inch by 6, no, excuse me. This is the, it was 12. I did 2 inches over. And then out of the 10 inches, I did it at 4.5, 5, 5.5. So we have a 4.5 inch by 6 inch piece that's going to go here. And there's the cover. And I'm going to give some nice folds in this. When you laminate it, it gets kind of stiff, but you know that's a good thing. It keeps it in place. Now the little cord that holds it here, we're going to just take this as a 12-inch piece, and we're going to come down here and just do an overhand knot in this particular piece, and we're going to make that knot go down toward the bottom. Don't pull it too tight. Then with this folded right here in the middle, we're going to go through a little hole right in the center, I hope. What did I do with that nail? Shoot. Okay, we're going to have to get a, there it is. I had a nail that I was doing the center of this. I'm going to have to try to make that hole just a little bit bigger. I think that might have done it. There we go. So that's got to pull through and hold that knot. So then you can kind of try your, that actually looks pretty good. Actually, it's a little tight. So I might try to pull my knot out a little bit. There we go. All right, so we've already got that in. Now, I've cut this one 36 inches, and that's that 2mm cord. And these go in pretty well. No, I can't see. So I'm going in one of the sides. Okay. So this first one, let's go kind of in the middle. There we go. It's about there. So I've got one that's going to hold one of our little notebooks here. So then on this side, we will go on the outside. We'll go into the other side of the top, giving it that look. Back to this side. Now we're going to take this one in both directions here. Come up to there. Back in the same side. All right, now I'm running into some problems because I've got a fray on the end of my thing. I'm going to show you this cute little trick. This is a floss threader, and they cost about $3.50 for 50 of them. And I think these were actually developed for to floss through braces. If your child had braces,
My dentist gives me one of those because I have a wire.
because you got a wire that you need to go around. So here these. So these are when you think of the price of it, it's about 7 cents a piece.
Okay.
So
And
it's
reusable?
it's a little for this, absolutely. If I was putting it in my mouth, maybe not. But so put that through. Having trouble seeing it. I'm trying to get this so that I'm showing you all as well. All right. So then you can put that frayed cord through the, maybe. So you're using this basically like a needle, but it's got this nice big thing to put it through. And then you just pull it and pull that cord right on through, even though it had a frayed end. Okay, so we've got 2 cords here, 1 here thus far. Flip it back over. Back into here. Let's put our frayed cord in there. Pull it through. Same thing one more time. Put it through the eye of my needle. Pull it through. So yeah, you can use those for lots of craft projects upcoming. Let's get it pulled pretty tight, but not too tight. Let's give it a little, give them a little distance. Handy dandy square knot. Off if I find my scissors. What did I do with my scissors? Okay, we'll do it when we get the scissors here in a minute. That's all right. We're good. Okay, how are we doing on our folders? Okay, cool. We're all decorated up. This is a, thank you. Magically, the scissors have appeared. There we go. Okay, this folder is 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches.
Okay.
And I scored it at, looks like 3 inches. I scored it at 3 inches on one of those sides. I scored it in half here at 4 1/4. That was it. 4 1/4 first, and then about 3 inches on this side. Now that we're folding it on the 4 1/4 inch side, and then right where that comes up to this point here, we're trimming that with just a little wedge. So there's what it looks like when it's out. So just a little wedge. I put the handy dandy squirt tape on it here. Double-sided tape. It's also referred to as squirt tape. And then we'll just roll those up, do the little edges. Now we have a little 2-pocket folder. So let's put that in. Now, up to now, we didn't really have established a top or bottom, but now we do, because our folder has to have pockets at the bottom. Okay. I have done our, which order you want them in? This is first, okay. So these particular are 5 3/4, 5 3/4 by 9. And then I did a fold in the middle, and I've got my paper. Oh, right in front of me. I did 3 sheets of paper.
Okay.
So you got 6, fold it in half, you got 12. 12 little sheets.
So that could be like for autographs or notes or a journal.
Yeah, I use mine for, I'll write notes on it, I'll do my grocery list, and then just pull this piece of paper out. And then later I can replace it whenever it gets slow. I should not pull these as tight. Come on through there. You can do it. You know you want to. Yeah, it's really tight. I shouldn't have done them so tight. Too tight. All right. It's in there, but I should not have run these cords quite so tight. I probably should have left a little more room. This is gonna be good. I don't know if I can get it in there. All right, lesson learned. Don't do these so tight.
Did you make all the little books first?
I think I should have waited to tie
Till you had them all in there?
until I had them in there. And then I would have been okay. But I don't want to film this again. There we are. Here we go with the last one. Find the center. Go. Oh, what a disaster.
What if you use stretchy cord for that?
The stretchy cord would work. I was running low on stretchy cord.
But especially if you were working with younger girls,
Mm-hmm.
the
That's
stretchy
true.
cord might be easier
I think
for
it
them
might
to
be.
deal with.
So this other one would go in there. I would make a little holder for the. This is just a 1/2 inch bigger on 3 sides than I needed it, so it's 3 by 3 inches high, and I did it 4 3/4, I believe. 4 3/4, and I scored it 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Just take the little squares out. Do it on we're covering it over the back side of that. Where is my start? There it is. Where's my square? Here it is. This tape really is sticky. You gotta, once you unstick it, and pull the backer off of it, it's kind of sticky to handle. Okay, I'm going to pull the bottom first. Let's get our little pad down in there good. Now, you'll have an instruction sheet that goes with this, and I think, you know, you're seeing me do it, and I'm sure it's probably like really confusing just watching it this, but you'll have that instruction sheet, and you'll be able to follow that to get it all done. So I stuck the bottom part on there to my little sides. Notice I got the tape over a little bit, so I'll put it back on there. Okay, we have that one all squared away. And we're just going to kind of eyeball center it on there. So there's your little refillable, and it would go in the notebook right about there. And we'll put our lovely elastic on it. We're good to go.
Good to go. Cool.
Traveler's notebook.